Heather Tucker coming to you today. I don't have as much energy and excitement like I used to in these videos, and that is okay. For those of you who who know, or some of you who may not know, this holiday season has been really traumatic for me and my family. I lost my grandmother literally 2, 3 days ago. And when she passed away, I was the only one in the room. And to see her take her last breath, I feel like she waited for me. So thank you for everyone who's been reaching out and with prayers and love and thoughts and condolences. I really appreciate that. I am overwhelmed by the responses that came, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you who did that. What's interesting though is that I know that there's a lot of people who had difficulties around Christmas time. And I was one of those people who were really sad. It was just me and my daughter, and my grandma was going through some stuff. The next day, my family gets back, and when I woke up on Sunday, which was the following day, I knew that I had to go first to church, and I was feeling really heavy at that time because there was a lot of unresolved stuff within the family and what's going on in the house. And I knew I needed to go to church to just kind of pour out and let God pour in. During that time, He had given me so much peace and so much grace that when I went to my grandmother's house, I first started talking to her about, thank you, Grandma, for showing what Jesus is, and through your love that you had given us and everything that He represented. Thank you for being there for your family and your grandparents. Thank you for helping raise me. She had gone through a lot of trauma when she was a kid. And what I loved is that for the most part, there were some times that she let it out, but for the most part, she gave unconditional love anyway. And that was always a good model to be able to see. So when I was telling her, you're going home. I'm going to see you again. This is not the end. It's just the beginning. And when she took her last breath, I heard the Lord say, it is finished. And then I felt like she was okay. There was like a peace there. And I went through the emotions. There's so many stages of grief, and I talk about that in my classes. And I allowed myself to feel them all. What are the emotions that I'm feeling? What are the behaviors that they're making me want to do? Some of them I gave into, some of them I resisted. How can I be able to do better? What is the message in her passing in her life? What is it for me? And there was something that I wanted to share with you today. So this one is going to be called Do It Anyway. One of the reasons why I do this work is because I know that there's a lot of entrepreneurs like me who are going through so many struggles at home and going through so many struggles with themselves and going through so many struggles in the business. It's just like the business is an extension of us. And sometimes we want to give up, and sometimes we want to give in, and sometimes we want to throw in the towel, especially when we feel like around us maybe there's conditional support, not unconditional support, or conditional love and not unconditional love. So what was interesting, the title of this is Do It Anyway, and this was on my wall. This is a poem that I want to share. I know this is like an old tree, and at the bottom is this poem that I want to read you. I had got one of these for me, and I got one of these for my mom when we were going through a difficult time. And it fell off my wall last night, and it was a really good reminder that I wanted to share with you. Because if you're like me and there's so many things that you may feel are working against you, I want you to know that everything is happening for you. So the title of this is called Do It Anyway. People are often illogical, self-centered, and unreasonable. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, they may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and lose some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. What you spend years building, someone can destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best that you have, and it may never be enough. Give the world the best that you've got anyway. You see, in the final analysis, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. This is really powerful, especially in this time, in this season. And there is a need now, more than ever, to be able to lean in and let go and leap forward into your calling. Yes, when my grandma passed, whereas I could have been taken down for weeks and days, my grief process in terms of acceptance only lasted a couple of days. She had been sick for a while, and the reality is death is the ultimate wake-up call. To be able to get acceptance, to be able to get clarity, to be able to really start anew and heal. So I know there's a lot of people who are dealing with the loss of a loved one or the difficulty of a loved one. And I'm here to tell you that all of the tests that you've gone through, they are your testimony. So therefore you can be able to share your message to the world. It is time to let your voice be heard and ignite your calling and stand in your power, unleash your greatness, and become the lighthouse unapologetically. And if you want some support in doing that, we totally got you. So there's several different steps you can take. If you're ready for something different, something better, something new, there's job difficulties and you're ready to create your own and be your own boss, let's talk. If you're recognizing that, you know what, I want some time, money, and emotional freedom, let's do that. Because if not now, then when? And if not you, then who? There is a time for every season, and there's a reason for every season. It's about, instead of seeing the heaviness and the burden, bringing in the light and becoming the light that shines bright even when it doesn't feel like it's there. With this time and this process of grieving, there's times that I want to give in. There's times that I want to give up. There's times that I'm just like, Lord, what are you doing in this season? And all I want to hear him say at the end of the day is, well done, thy good and faithful servant. You took the time. You rose from the ashes. You rose from the teardown. And I've got you covered as you built up and created everything that I've called you to be. Like, that's what we'll want to hear at the end of our life, right? So there's no more time to waste. Now is the time to step into everything that you've been called to be. Hence is why I do this video. So I love you all. I appreciate you. And if you are ready to hear the call and accept the calling, then send me a direct message so we can just have a conversation. Look forward to talking with you soon. And let me know what you think about this video. You know, what was your biggest takeaway, especially in this poem? And until next time,